Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Nort. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I've literally been snowed in my apartment for like the past 2 days now. It's been the entire weekend. Luckily, I did have videos ready, but it's been a crazy weekend. So I hope you guys are doing amazing. The snow is still outside. It's at least 20 centimeters to maybe a foot deep. I'm actually really excited because I've just been building snowmans all weekend and having just snowball games with my friends because I haven't seen this much snow for years, especially in my town. But what we're going to do today, guys, is something amazing because I've been looking in the comments over the past few days. I've been reading everything you guys have been asking me to do, and I've noticed so many of you guys have been telling me all of these clues, all of these Easter eggs, all of these secrets to do with the yellow Jack in GTA 5. And for those of you guys who don't quite know exactly what we're going on about and haven't seen any of the Niko Bellic videos, then I recommend you guys do so. I will link them at the end of this one. But what we have noticed is Niko Bellic was actually in GTA 5. He was in San Andreas. All of his friends were here as well, and they all admitted that Niko Bellic was probably taken out and put somewhere, just gone basically. But we found his house, we found the place he worked at and the place he owned, and we had so much evidence putting him inside this one location. But something which I've just noticed, and this was thanks to all of you guys, is that there's so much more to this Easter egg, and I've done so much investigating, so much inspecting, and I actually can't wait to get into this video because there's so much more to this which we didn't even expect at the start, or at least I didn't expect. I know you guys did because I looked in the comments and loads of you guys were telling me about this, but oh my days, it's just going to be amazing. So before we get into this, I just want to ask you guys to smash that thumbs up button. That would of course be absolutely amazing. We got Ron up there just doing something on the radio. I'm not too sure what you're doing, but what we're going to do is go over to the yellow Jack Inn. If you guys want to see exactly where Niko Bellic's house is, once again, go and check out my video. I will link it at the end of this one. I don't think we're going to go over to his house in this video, but I think it's somewhere over there. For those of you guys wondering, it's somewhere down there, but we have to go over to the yellow Jack Inn, which is just down there, so it's really not too far away. And I gotta show you guys something amazing. Like, it's amazing. And I've written down so many things on this piece of paper, like so many things. At least I would say 2/3 of the paper are just filled with points and Easter eggs and stuff, which I need to tell you guys in today's episode. So let's just do this. Which way do we need to go? Do we need to go? Okay, we need to go left, and then we have to take a right at the end of this road, I believe. Okay, we got this. We got this. Let's see. Oh, we're going the wrong way. Oh dear. Okay, it was right. It was right. So the first thing I want to show you guys is inside the bar. I want to show you exactly what went down inside the bar. I've done so much investigating inside just by myself. Like, I've been looking around the interior to try and find clues, Easter eggs, secrets, just things which Rockstar Games would have left around the bar, because if this bar did belong to Niko Bellic, then they're going to leave a few more Easter eggs, and I found some stuff, guys. I really did. So let's go inside the bar and let's just start investigating it, and I want to show you guys exactly what I found. So first things first, if you guys have seen any of the previous episodes, you will know that Niko Bellic's jacket is on the hanger, and this one clue is like the biggest piece of evidence that Niko Bellic owned this bar, because what kind of person goes into a bar, hangs their coat up, and then leaves without their coat? They have to still be inside here, but because he's not inside here, we could only conclude and assume that Niko Bellic had been taken out inside his bar, and this was backed up by all of these stains on the floor. And the thing is, once we were talking about this, I did also tell you guys that Niko Bellic owned this bar, because back in GTA 4, Roman was telling Niko about his dream of owning a tavern somewhere, just randomly basically, a peaceful, nice tavern, which only consisted of other people who had similar interests to them, you know, just their own little community in the middle of nowhere where they don't start too much trouble. And the reason why I'm certain, like 110% now, 120% certain, it's not just because of the stuff we found earlier. For example, we have a picture of Niko Bellic in his car over there. We also have his coat on the rack. We also know that Roman wanted this bar in GTA 4 and spoke to us about it. But if you guys investigate this bar even more, you will find all of these random trophies on the wall dating back to 2008. You can see one right here, 2008. There's also one more over there which says 2008 as well, best of the show, has a bike as well, and it says 2008. And for those of you guys who don't know, GTA 4 was also set in 2008, so it does make sense to have these medals here because they would have opened this up just after the events of GTA GTA 4, which would have still been in 2008. They just left Liberty City and went over to set up this bar with Roman. But something else even more interesting about this is not just the medals, not just the photos of Niko, not just the fact that him and Roman wanted to set this up, not just the fact his coat is there, but if you guys pay close attention inside this bar, not only will you see all of the foot stains over there which show blood on the floor from someone walking around, but if you guys actually go behind the bar, and this is where things get interesting. I was doing so much investigating into this. You can actually see exactly how this played out, and trust me guys, I am building up to something. Just trust me, I'm building up to something huge. So if you're wondering what's going on, just watch the entire video because you just need to. I'm building everything up basically. But if you guys go behind the bar to where Janet is, you know, the person bartending this entire place. So let's say for example, I am the bartender, okay? And someone's just come into my bar and just took me out. Like they're starting on me essentially. Now, what would you do? You would turn around like, oh my days, okay. And then you would put your hand on the side. You would like rub something off your face, put it on the side, and you're like, okay, I gotta try and figure something out. So where do you go from here? You run all the way down here and you try and find something. So you keep yourself up with one hand on there and you lean over to the other side and put your hand over here as well to try and get one of these. But this doesn't work obviously because he still ended up being taken out over there. But you can see 100% that whoever was taken out has to have owned this bar because he was first taken out when he was behind the counter. Why else would anyone be behind this counter unless they owned the bar? So once again, let's say someone came through the door, started taking you out, you would run behind here, put your hand on the side, get kind of like your recollection of what's going on, and then you run over to the next thing you can find, which of course, keep yourself up with one hand on the left and try and find something on the right with your right hand, and there's all of these things on the wall. But unfortunately for Niko Bellic, this didn't work for him because if you guys carry on walking away from the bar, he actually landed on the floor. You can see a hand on the side of this. So whatever happened to him, he tried to grab something, but it was too late and he was already on the floor. You can see the hand on the side there. And then what did he try and do? Well, of course, because the person taking him out came from this door, he's going to be guarding this door. So where else would you run to? Well, of course, you would run to the only other door in the bar, which is over there. Now, what I'm doing is like some serious investigative work. Like, I was so surprised when I came across this. Like, Rockstar Games literally left it in front of our noses. So with the entrance blocked off, he ran over to this door right here, and you can see all of the footmarks start on this side, like they go around the table. So he would run over here. By this time, it's getting pretty serious. Like, all of the blood is on his shoes now. Like, he's been going at it for quite a while, and he's tried to make it over to the exit door, but unfortunately, it wouldn't open. So he walks over to this door, and then you can see it wouldn't open, so he turns around and walks around here to where he falls over just in this location, trying to make a run for the exit. Now, this is my theory of exactly what happened inside here. It does make sense, and it backs up the fact that whoever was taken out owned this bar in GTA 5. And of course, the interesting thing is that Janet and her husband are still okay. They're still fine, and you can see them in GTA 5. But something interesting is neither Janet or her husband declared status that they owned this bar. Like, they never said they owned it, they just said they run the place. So whoever owns this bar is still a mystery, and Rockstar Games didn't tell us. And another piece of information is that the person who we would say would own this bar, because Janet just runs it, she is married to a Russian who you do meet very, very briefly in campaign in one of the missions. I believe he's called Joseph. He's pretty crazy, but Joseph is Russian, and if Niko Bellic did set up this bar with Roman, Niko was Serbian, which have similar cultures to people in Russia as well. It's not exactly the same. I did a bit of research into this. I'm not Russian myself. I'm not Serbian myself, so don't just call me like an expert on this, but I did enough research to understand that their cultures are similar. So it would make sense that if Niko Bellic were to run this bar with a group of people or give it down to someone, it would be someone within his culture who we can connect with and understand as well, which might make sense. So the person who we would say owns this bar but never actually said he owned it is also of similar culture to Niko, so it would make sense that he was running the bar previously with Niko Bellic. But something even more interesting is I've just told you guys exactly how Niko was taken out inside this bar. Now I'm going to show you guys exactly who did it, because not only do we know that Niko Bellic had a wanted level in San Andreas by looking at the wanted poster, we also have some more evidence that someone else... Let me just check this one more time. I want to make sure I've definitely gone over everything. So we've gone through, let's do, yes, that one. We've gone through everything so far, and now I'm gonna show you guys exactly who took out Niko Bellic in GTA 5. Because yes, he was wanted in San Andreas. He did have a wanted level on him. There were posters of Niko Bellic being wanted in the game, and you guys can see that. But I don't think he was actually taken out by those who wanted him. I think it was much more interesting than that. Because if you guys pay close attention to the story, and what I'm gonna tell you guys got me thinking as well, because I saw so many of you guys telling me about this in the comments below. But if you guys listen to this scene in GTA 5, it's the very first scene inside the Yellow Jack Inn. It's when you basically meet Janet and you discover the entire place in GTA 5. One of the first things you hear Janet say is, if any more bodies turn up in this bar, I will not serve you. And she basically says you will be banned from this bar.
He's one. Ban him.
I saved your husband. Now get me a drink. I got a meeting.
Okay, but any more bodies turn up in my bar, I swear, I will not serve you.
Mr. Phillips.
Here he is.
So this means that Trevor did actually do something inside this bar which left bodies inside here, and something else which I think you guys are going to find just as interesting is that if you guys pay close attention to some of the loading screens in GTA 5, you will actually see Trevor with his knuckles like this, with blood on his knuckles as if he's done something inside this bar. So Trevor's definitely taken out someone inside this bar. We know the owner was taken out, and we know the owner was Niko Bellic as well. So I think, is that everything? Let me just see. I think that's everything. Yeah, that's literally everything. So I honestly believe, hands down, that at some point in GTA 5, maybe Niko and his group of friends or something, because they were doing a few small things around San Andreas which got them the wanted level, maybe they did something to cross Trevor, and Trevor got annoyed, so went into this bar, stormed the bar, and started taking out the person who owned the bar, which of course was Niko Bellic. And Niko Bellic, trying to find an escape route, ran all the way around there, tried to pick up something over there, but couldn't, so ran over to the back door, which was locked, and then of course fell down over there. It's a pretty interesting theory, and I honestly believe Trevor was the person behind this, and so many of you guys do as well, and I just think it's a pretty cool Easter egg in GTA 5. But the biggest clue that Niko Bellic owned this bar and never made it out is the coat on the rack, because this coat, 150%, like literally 160, 70, 200% is Niko Bellic's coat. It was one of the first ever Easter eggs discovered in GTA 5 about Niko Bellic, so it would make sense that Niko Bellic was the only person inside this bar who was taken out, because there's no other clues leading up to anyone else. Like, if you guys don't agree with this, let me know in the comments exactly what you think happened, because the only clues inside this bar only point towards Niko. They don't point towards anyone else. Like, there's no other clue pointing towards anything. So I really needed to do this video because, I mean... It's such an awesome Easter egg. I just love this Easter egg so much, and there's so much more to find out as well. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. That would of course be absolutely amazing. And of course guys, I recommend you do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on awesome stuff like this on a daily basis. And let me know in the comments section below anything else you would like to see me do on my channel. And never know guys, your idea might make it into another video. But guys, if you want to add any sort of information towards this, make sure you guys let me know in the comments section below. I read every single comment, so if you guys want to add anything to this, let me know in the comments. But either way, I honestly believe 110% that Trevor was the person who took out Niko Bellic. Niko Bellic definitely owned this bar, and Trevor basically stormed the bar, took out the owner, because maybe Niko did something with his friends or something to Trevor, which he didn't like, and then left. And yeah, that's why he's banned basically, because we know he did something inside there. We know something went down inside there, and now we know exactly who went down. Everything just adds up, and I think it's a really cool Easter egg. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Nort, and until next time, stay absolutely awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video.